guys, welcome back to the channel. Don't mind me getting right after it. This is part 2 of my 65 2012 body swap build. A little bit of cleanup to do in there. Get these brackets off once I find a wrench. I'll probably take the back bash bar or crash bar off for now and save that latch. That way we can do electric pop on the stock trunk, the 65. Now we gotta get the rear seat out. Get the rest of this trim out. Probably pull the center console and work on pulling the dash, and then get this trim off. I might try and take the quarter in a nice way, and then we'll try out our fancy new windshield spoon, see if we can break a windshield. So we'll see. Yeah, just keep going, I guess. got pretty much everything gutted. I'm not ready to cut panels yet. I bought this fancy spoon off Amazon for cutting out glass. And this is already in the crap quarter. Generally, I don't think you get a lot of money for these quarter glasses anyway. So I was gonna give it a shot on this, with this, to see if maybe, the goal here is to recoup as much money out of the donor car as possible, both cars. That way in the end, you know, we're just not in, you know, the more money we have back, the more cool, nice parts we can buy. So we're gonna give it a shot. So a long time ago, I've actually used one of these before, but it's been a while. Plus this is an Amazon special. The one that we had at the place I worked at the time was kind of fancier, a little thicker, not as flimsy. So we'll see how it goes. When I worked there, we used like tire lube to lube the window. I'm gonna use just some window film solution because I don't have any soapy water. But I think the biggest deal is that you keep it cool with fluid. I've seen one guy using glass cleaner even, so I figured this would be just as good as that. But worst case, we break the window, but you never know until you try, right? And there's a good chance we break it. Not gonna be too bad. I'm buttered about it. Screw that out of the way. Don't feel too good on these. And just kind of run around the outside. It has a side that says this side up. We're through. And we didn't break it. So we just got to work our way the other way, which is kind of hard back here. Especially with this, the spoon is so long. But give it a shot. Ugh. I know you don't want to get too crazy with it because it'll fucking shatter right away. Just no good angles, really. Maybe if I took the... You can see it's loose. Maybe we should screw it and go for the back window. Here goes nothing. Yeah, well, I guess there you have it. I couldn't stand being at an angle for very long. That kind of sucks. However, I might be able to drill it out. Try again. I think we're making progress. It's just a little thin, flimsy, but I'm already starting not to care about this real glass, so we'll get all this stuff cleaned out. Maybe we'll just give her a good hammer toss. It just sucks. Like, we got the quarter glass coming out. I guess we could always run to the Harbor Freight and grab some piano wire and do the old piano wire trick. So anyway, it was worth a shot. God, I'm ready to cut this thing. Tomorrow we will cut this fucker up. There will not be anything left. There's a few videos out there of people doing what I'm doing. It's nothing special. I can't remember dude's name. I know Casey's Customs. It's 1940 or something. B's for Build. They've all done it. I just wanted to do it. I've always wanted an old Mustang. And I love Coyotes. If you haven't followed me before, I have an Evo with a Coyote in it. And I was just going to do an engine swap. And realized that I didn't have an interior. And it's an old car and didn't quite... had a bunch of good bits on it. But this thing should, out of the box, be a great car. It's on Brembos and, you know, so on and so forth. And then you get the cool looking interior updated. It has working AC. I was doing the burnout contest with AC blasting. It was amazing. So, but yeah, we're getting close. We just got to get center console and dash out, pluck back some of this wiring so we don't ruin it, and make it so we can pop this window. I wonder if we can see any tracks coming through. Oh yeah, sure as hell. Right along here you can see where the spoon's coming through. So maybe I'll take a drill bit and drill it out so I can lock it back in again and make another couple attempts. In worst case it breaks. So let's try that tomorrow. It is like, I've been awake for like 23 hours. I don't know why. I just kind of get going on stuff and have a hard time walking away from it. This car is looking pretty good. This still had a floor in it and stuff at the beginning of the week. Whole front clip, all the suspension, axles, everything was under there. This car was a complete car 4 hours ago. So I just drove it in here after I finished doing that. I didn't want to make any more noise. So, and hopefully we'll be able to get whatever we can off of this thing saved, get it posted for sale. Because we have, I still need some stuff for that future project. Need the back glass, side door, or side glass. Some other things. I have it all in my car at CJ Pony. It was like $1,600 worth of stuff. Nothing pertinent to staying moving other than maybe one side of the glass. And I was trying to find a replacement pillar because this thing is roached. And I'm not sure if that's just Bondo and that's where the panel meets. So I don't know anything about this stuff, but obviously the drip rail's trash because you can stick your finger through it. So that's all gonna go. Oh, I was gonna buy the seal kit for the windows and I don't remember what else. I bought taillights for the Eleanor, or not Eleanor, but like the GT 500 California Special taillights, or T-Bird taillights. I ordered those today. But and then we're gonna save a lot of this interior bit stuff for now, and so maybe we can use it in the end. And I don't know if anybody was wondering why I cut the trunk the way I did. Because if you watch some of the other guys, they cut, like they either start with cheap, fresh panels and don't have any of this stuff. But you'll see that, like I think B is for Build, they left that rear crash bumper and built off of that to fill this void here. And I didn't want to do that, so hopefully I can get that tied right into that. And then I might low-key, because I do a lot of tube work underneath the bumper, the new bumper. That's one thing. Another thing I was gonna buy was another bumper. Is behind this bumper, I might just build like a bash bar to kind of help it from being so flimsy, because that bumper is not very strong. So it's exciting, coming along. I got to figure out how to lift this car up in the air and put it on top of that shell when it's ready. But really, after watching a few of the guys that's done this videos, it pretty much seems you come in right here on this edge and all the way down, you cut it all off, and then you have to, sometimes you have to trim your dash, sometimes you don't, and then you move the mounting to the side, and then the wiper cowl is a lot more square, so that'll get rebuilt, and the dash will have to get cut down, and then it gets the old wiper cowl or cowl over top of this new stuff, and I'll have to do like make my own wiper blade setup. But I think the one guy had done it, so with using the old stuff. But the goal for the car overall is to keep it modern. You know, electric trunk popper, electric doors, electric locks, electric windows, and you know, just get that real modern feel with a cool old car look, and the other looks that I plan on doing to the car. So it'll be worthwhile. Hopefully you enjoy that. I think this is actually a really good stopping point. I'm gonna actually post, well, you're already gonna see it by this point. I'm gonna post the tear down and cut up of that separate, and then I'm gonna post the stripping of this. Probably the whole thing. I'm gonna post the whole thing, and then do the placing of the body and so on and so forth. But again, I'm just a regular guy. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but if they can do it, I'm sure I can. I've built a lot of cool stuff, at least I think so. And yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about it. Worst case, we mess up, we'll just do it again. But alright, well, I'm gonna catch some sleep. We'll get back at it in the morning, and big day ahead of us. I think I can get a lot of that cut up and ready to rip, and maybe we'll be ready to place that thing on there by the end of the weekend, as long as we can figure out how. I don't think my posts are strong enough to put a hoist up, or a chain hoist on, so I'll probably have to get a jib hoist. And I know where there is one that I can borrow, probably, so get that up, and then get her hoisted up and just drop her on and get her where we like it, get it tacked in, and I think it'll be running and driving before we know it. And worst case, I'll just drive it around as a beat up old coupe till winter if I have to. I think that'd be pretty cool. So anyway, I'm gonna go get some Z's. You guys, well, just hang tight. Be back.